Good evening, everyone from the UD Recreation Center. Thank you for picking me as your consultant, and thank you for being here. My name is James Burke, and I would like to talk to you about communication breakdown. So first off, I'd like for all of us to be on the same page, and I want to ask everyone here, what is communication? Well, communication, as defined by the dictionary, is an act of conveying meaning from one entity or group to another through the use of mutually understood signs, symbols, and semiotic rules. To get a better idea of it, we could look at a image here. One person encodes their message, their thoughts, into a medium, a text, a letter, or any of the sorts, and then they send it to their receiver, who then will decode it, and they will read it and understand it. And then they'll provide feedback saying, "Oh, thank you for the message, I received the message," and so on. Noise is anything that could distract the receiver from properly receiving the message. Now that we know what communication is, I'd like to ask everyone, what has currently or recently been wrong with the direction sent? Recently, as many know, the company has been receiving a lot of complaints from their customers. And now we have to ask, why are these problems happening? And what many do not know is that these problems are stemming from communication breakdown somewhere within the company. Now, this may be a foreign topic for some, and for some it may not be. But to cover it, communication breakdown is not that complex. Communication breakdown simply means that there is no exchange of information. The receiver did not receive the message properly, or they did not receive it at all. Now, is communication breakdown dangerous within a company? It is, and it is extremely serious. However, this company is not the only one who has faced such a dilemma. Many companies around the world face it, and in the year of 2018, companies around the world have estimated a total loss of $37 billion due to poor communication. And it is addressable. Some other potential risks is that frustrations can rise within the company, relationships can be strained between coworkers, communication breakdown could even be further developed, and there could be more breakdown in the company. There can be a decrease in productivity, and lastly, all of this can lead to a profit loss in the company, which of course is something that we do not want. So the question we have to ask ourselves now is, how do we resolve communication breakdown? And I would like to provide with you an answer to this issue. And my answer is the cookie crumb method. This is something that may seem a little off, but keep in mind the cookie crumbs, because they are the most important part of this puzzle. The cookie crumb method can resolve almost any issue. And the most important step is, first of all, finding the crumbs. Once you find the crumbs, everything from there is a little easier. Then we ask ourselves a question, we follow the trail of crumbs, and we continue to repeat step 2 and 3 until we have found the issue that is creating these crumbs. Some questions we might ask throughout this journey is, what caused this mistake, what led to this cause, and where did this lead come from? Finally, after we have followed the cookie crumb trail all the way to its end, we will catch the culprit that is leaving the trail behind. Let's use an example. Within a company, the company is receiving customer complaints. The customers are complaining that the soda machine is no longer dispensing any soda. This is the crumb. Now we follow the trail of crumbs, and we get to the soda machine, and now we ask, what is causing this mistake? Why is the soda machine no longer dispensing any soda? Now that we know that this mistake is real and that these complaints are real, we now have to follow the cookie crumb trail to see what is causing this mistake. We find out that an employee is no longer filling up the soda machine. When we follow the crumb trail, now we ask ourselves, what has led to this cause? Well, now we find out that his supervisor failed to give him this information, And so the employee had no idea this was part of his job. Now we know who the culprit is. The new employee's manager is where the cookie crumb trail ends, and he's the one who's been leaving the crumbs, which is leading to the customer complaints. And now it's up to his supervisor, the director, and how to deal with the situation. He can simply retrain, they can have a probationary period, or they could even hire a new manager. That is up to the superior. The beauty of the cookie crumb method is that it empowers all individuals within a company, be it the new employee, the managers, or the directors, and it gives them the ability to resolve any communication breakdown by simply following the crumb, finding the culprit, and then letting the superior deal with the culprit. And so my challenge to you is, no matter where you are in life, no matter what issues you are facing, follow the crumbs. Thank you for listening.